Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, it is some more Pokemon Unbound, that is if I can survive through the introduction. Last time I left you on, actually I think I left you in the town again, but we got up this mountain, and at the top is this guy called Marlon, and he has a Zapdos. And that's not really good for my my bunch of bugs. He kind of just swept through everyone. And yeah, it's going to be a really tough battle. I went away, I actually had to look through the full squad. I could remember most of his squad, but there were like 2 Pokemon which, actually to be my fairness, I think are different difficulties. So I think this team I've never ever faced before, but the crux of the squad is that it's raining on this mountain, so they've got a few Pokemon that have effects related to rain. The Zapdos has Hurricane. Hurricane, I think, is normally 90 accurate, I believe. Hurricane, maybe it's a bit less than 90, but I believe in rain, it can't ever miss. Like, that's the benefit of doing it. So this Zapdos is going to Hurricane in the rain. Zapdos is relatively quick as Pokemon go. And unsurprisingly, a legendary Pokemon doing a flying type move into my bugs is basically going to destroy every single bug in the game. With one exception, and that is what we'll get to in a moment. Another part of the team is that they've got a few, I say few, they've got a steel type Pokemon in there which can't take like super effective damage from fire type moves because we're in the rain. There's a Tentacruel in there. The Tentacruel is like this stalling piece of garbage with a lot of health, a lot of defense, a lot of special defense. And this thing has, I forgot what it's called now, Rain Dish is it called, where you absorb the rain and heal at the end of each turn. Also has Black Sludge, which with a poison type Pokemon, and Tentacruel's a poison type, it heals thanks to that as well. So it's basically got like a super leftovers effect, and it will try and toxic me, it'll try and storm me out as well. It's a real piece of garbage. So yeah, the steel type Pokemon, I can't remember if I mentioned it, is Aegislash, another ghost type Pokemon. The other thing this boss does, and I'll explain like my answers to some of these problems as we get to it, this guy cheats. He has a ghost steel type, mainly because if you want to hit like one of the other Pokemon with like a fighting type move, for example, it will go into the ghost type Pokemon to resist that. If you try and hit something with a poison type move, it goes to the steel type. If you try and hit a ground move, it goes to the flying type. So this guy kind of just resists a big bunch of the moves in the game. You'll see in action when we get to the team. The last remaining things I've not really mentioned is there is a Dusclops in this battle, not a Dusknoir. And the Dusclops has Eviolite. It's a really big tanky boy. Again, it's a bit of a staller. And it's a pretty annoying thing to deal with. So we're going to have to deal with that. And then I think the final... Oh, we saw it has Sharpedo, or Sharpedo if you want to call it the Meg Sharpedo. That thing's annoying. It's really quick. Really, really quick, in fact. And yeah, it's going to be also annoying. And also it's a Water-type Pokemon in the rain. Pretty bad. The final thing I need to mention is there is a Crocodile, I think I was, Crocodile, sorry. I think I was calling it Crocodile last time, I don't know why, I was going insane. Crocodile, which is a dark Pokemon with ground typing. That Pokemon shouldn't really cause me too many issues though, because Bug, super effective to dark, so that is kind of like the dream. Anyway, when I was like passing together this solution to this problem, and just as like of other things I guess to note, the Crocodile's got Choice Band, Aegislash has Weakness Policy, Tentacruel I mentioned has Black Sludge, Sharpedo obviously has Sharpedo Ignite because it goes into Mega Form, Dusclops is Eviolite, and the Zapdos has a Quick Claw, which actually could prove to be really annoying. But generally speaking, this battle doesn't seem too bad. As long as I can get through the Sharpedo, and I can get through the Zapdos, theoretically it shouldn't be too bad. So obviously the Zapdos was the big issue. And having gone through the entire list of Pokemon, there was only one Pokemon I could come up with that could beat this guy, and that is Veil, the Wormadim Sandy mode. Now you might be asking, how is this the solution? It is a bug ground type Pokemon. Neither of those typings particularly good into flying typing. However, this guy is particularly defensive. In fact, he's got a very, very special set of EVs and IVs. His EVs and IVs are literally perfectly trained right now so that he will survive through one Weather Ball from Zapdos. Bearing in mind, the Zapdos Weather Ball will be water typing, which is super effective into ground typing. But I mean, it's not actually quite 100% that he'll live through it, but it's 97% chance he'll live through one of those. And then the other part of this guy is he's got Technician and Rock Blast. And basically, the idea of this guy is he can take one hit from the Zapdos. He can do Rock Blast back again at them. And as long as I hit more than 4 on the Rock Blast onto the Zapdos, I can kill him with Sucker Punch, because Sucker Punch will be lethal from that range. This guy's also got a decent number of attacking EVs, as you saw on that previous slide, so he should be able to have like enough defense and health to live through the Weather Ball attack, and also has just enough attack that Rock Blast times 4 and one Sucker Punch will just kill the Zapdos as well. You might be asking here, why doesn't it just use Hurricane? Hurricane is a stab move for Zapdos and does more damage and should just one-shot this. You're right. But this Pokemon originally had a Cobra Berry attached to it, which you're going to notice in a minute, it still does have a Cobra Berry attached to it. So with a Cobra Berry, it lives through one Hurricane. Now, I'm going to let you know, because I did some testing off camera. I always do a few test battles off camera just to see exactly how the AI works, because it never works quite the way I think it's going to do. I always assume the game is going to be honorable, but no, the game is going to be dishonorable. What the game is going to do is recognize I've got a Cobra Berry, so it can't Hurricane me, it can't one-shot me with Weather Ball. So what Zapdos is going to do into this bug Pokemon, which realistically can't one-shot it. I think theoretically if you 5 times and hit a crit on the Rock Blast, you can kill the Zapdos just with that. But what it's going to do immediately is going to swap out with U-turn, which is really scummy, but because I know this is going to happen, I can prepare for that eventuality. So, despite the fact I went through all these routes, you know, this is the counter to Zapdos, what actually is going to happen is this is the counter to Sharpedo, because he'll always switch in Sharpedo, because Sharpedo Aqua Jet can one-shot this thing with a priority move. So on the first turn, ignore Rock Blast, ignore Sucker Punch, the moves I wanted to use. We're going to Bug Bite, and that is going to kill Sharpedo because it is a Dark-type Pokemon, so it gets absolutely obliterated by bugs. And as I said, this thing is quite offensively aligned, so it will just one-shot it. That is how we cheese us out this battle, but I want the record to be known that it cheesed me first. It recognizes my items and recognizes it couldn't pick up a kill, so it swaps. If it just Hurricaned me, I could live regardless. But no, the game knows what item I've got, so it won't do that. It could also try and Weather Ball and one-shot me. It doesn't do that either, so... Game, I'm on to you. Your sneaky little tricks. From then on, I honestly just came up with Pokemon that could, like, somewhat beat the counter. Rabombe theoretically can beat almost every Pokemon here, with the exception of, like, Aegislash and Tentacruel. I guess it's not really good into Tentacruel, but... this team we're going up against is not particularly quick. Sharpedo's the fastest Pokemon. I've actually bred a special new Rabombe called Glenn, which outspeeds Sharpedo if it just Mega Evolves on the first turn. This very rarely happens, to be honest with you, so I probably didn't need to do this, but I bred Glenn regardless. There's also another secret weapon about Glenn, which is actually quite nice. I got the egg move on this thing of Moonblast, which is by far and away a better fairy attack than Dazzling Gleam is, so at least in single battles. So this thing has actually got quite a lot of chops about it. Let's call it chops. I'll also let you know I've changed some of the movesets of some of my other Pokemon. Valley has now got Hidden Power Steel on it, just so that I have another different typing for coverage, because the real issue with the Rabombes right now is they just don't have the coverage. Bearing in mind I have to deal with Steel types and Poison types. Bug Fairy, not great for that, but this battle is going to be all about how I move Pokemon around these really annoying ones. Actually, the one that's particularly annoying is Aegislash. We'll get into a battle now. I'll explain to you what happens and like the thought process through the first few opening turns. Other Pokemon in the roster, Olympus is in here, but Olympus is not holding the Razor Fang item this time. He's actually holding Scope Lens, which increases critical hit chance. Because literally, Olympus is in here to survive through like the second Pokemon they're going to play, which is Crocodile. He needs to live through one attack, then get an attack off and crit. If he doesn't crit on this attack, we can't win. So again, like always, I've got a bit of RNG associated with the battle, but the whole point of this guy literally is to do a Night Slash and crit. That's all he's here for. That is his purpose in life. He's also got Bulldoze now instead of Brick Break, which I might reteach him Brick Break down the line, but there's a couple of Steel types as a Poison type as well, so if this guy lives, and realistically he's not going to live through this, he has some tools to deal with Aegislash and Tentacruel if something bizarre happens. The person that now has the Razor Fang, by the way, is Valley, and this is literally just purely for hit and hope. Sometimes we're going to hit a Pokemon and get a flinch, and it's going to be really good. But there's no multi-hitting moves in Valley. We saw his moveset already. It's the typical Rabombe moveset I have without Draining Kits, but with Hidden Power Steel instead. The other two Pokemon, which, again, I've made specifically for this battle, we have Black Sand. Black Sand is specifically in here to try and deal with the Dusclops. He can also somewhat deal with the Aegislash, but the Dusclops is his bread and butter. Why? Well, this thing has got Knockoff. And the whole point of this guy is literally to knock off the Eviolite. I've already said it's in the rain, so the Fire-type moves are not going to be particularly effective anyway. I have put Inferno in here because Inferno into Aegislash still does do some decent damage if you do hit it. It is a 50 accurate move, so sometimes we won't hit it. Either way, Knockoff is pretty good. Now, I will say, I did make a faux pas when I put this team together. I thought you could knock off weakness policy. You can't. So it's a little bit scary when you start knocking off the Aegis Slash, because you start buffing its stats, and the item doesn't go away, so you can create an Aegis Slash which will just swoop through the team. The other part of this Pokemon, by the way, is Aegis Slash will almost always take that turn off to go into King Shield mode, and during King Shield, you can smoke screen the Aegis Slash to lower its accuracy and not waste your turn. So I specifically brought up a new Pokemon purely for knockoff and smoke screen, which my other guy doesn't have knockoff, sadly. Also worth noting on this Pokemon, he has a particularly high HP stat because Dusclops has Nightshade, and Nightshade does a fixed amount of damage based on your level, so I just wanted as much health as possible. So this is what he's here for. He's got a high attack stat, he's got a high HP stat, and he has knockoff and smoke screen. That's all I really needed from this Pokemon. The final one is Glade, possibly where I kind of, maybe not fucked up, but I could have done with a bit more thinking process behind all of this. Glade is just here as like a jack of all trades. He has the Quick Claw, so he can sometimes act quicker than anyone else, because he's not particularly speedy, right? 28 speed, not very good. This guy is here basically to beat Tentacruel, because I'm actually really bad into the Tentacruel. I've got two fairies, which obviously, you know, don't really help me at all. Theoretically, Veil could be good into the Tentacruel, but the Veil is pretty slow. I have to also give him a Cobra Berry. I can't give this thing Quick Claw. If I could theoretically give this thing Quick Claw, maybe this could use Bulldoze to get through the Tentacruel as well, but what ends up happening is the Tentacle just one-shots it with a Water-type move, and we cry. By the way, in terms of game cheating as well, if you give this guy Quick Claw and not Cobra Berry, the Zapdos Hurricanes you. So the game actually sees your held item, which I think is bullshit, but it's the way the game works. So, and to be fair, we're going to use that to our advantage now that he sees what we're doing. But anyway, Glade is basically here just as a catch-all situation. And this is really because he's the best Pokemon right now to use a ground-based move. I had to re-get a new Carablast because I didn't have Drill Run on my guy. This guy's also got knockoff as well, so he can also deal with the Dusclops. And then X's are pretty good into the Crocodile, if that is a situation we get put into. And he's just got Smart Strike because why the hell not? If I need an attack that can't miss, that is Smart Strike. And hopefully the Quick Claw procs, because otherwise this thing is not going to be outspeeding any of their Pokemon. But yeah, as I'll say, when we get into this battle, you're going to see it's pure unadulterated RNG. So, let's enjoy. And I saved you time by just running up the mountain again afterwards. Oh, in case you're wondering as well, why is this guy pre-burnt? He's got guts. So, that's why Olympus is burnt. I don't know how long it's going to take, by the way, but it could be some time. Let's put it that way. So right, so this is immediately the first bit of bullshit that happens. And actually, what's quite nice is this opening is pretty consistent, at least I found it pretty consistent in my testing. We are going to Bug Bite, because this thing is going to see that I can Rock Blast it and one-shot it. It itself can't realistically one-shot me, so it's going to U-turn out. I take a bit of damage, and it's going to bring in Sharpedo. It does it every single time. Yep, there's U-turn. There's Sharpedo, and immediately I get the tempo advantage because of this, because this will kill. So I don't need to deal with Mega Sharpedo anymore, which is fantastic. Now, what happens from here is it goes into Krokorok, because I guess Krokorok can one-shot this thing from this deal. Or Crocodile, sorry. What am I doing? Crocodile. It intimidates me as well, because I've got quite high attack stats, so that's fine. What we do now is we're going to go to Heracross, because Heracross can live through a crunch. This thing will always crunch me. It sort of doesn't matter if this crits, but if it crits, Heracross dies on this turn. Which, as I said, is kind of like irrelevant because it's going to die on the next turn anyway. Now, this is where things get a bit weird. We need Night Slash to crit, so Night Slash has got elevated crits, we've got an item on that elevates the crits even further. If I can Night Slash crit, and it's going to swap into Zapdos, by the way, because it's going to recognize that I can Bulldoze or Pin Missile it more to the point. Pin Missile would be a one-shot with like a 3x hit, I think. So it goes into Zapdos, which wouldn't be effective with that. And if I have a fighting type move on this Pokemon, I use a fighting type move into Crocodile, which would also one-shot it guaranteed. It goes into Zapdos. Also, anytime you push a ground type move with Zapdos on the board, it will swap into Zapdos to take the ground type move, which is really important to get rid of the Zapdos, because Bulldoze is like my strat to deal with the Aegis Slash and the Tentacle, so we need this to crit. We get the crit. I don't know what the crit chance is actually on Night Slash plus the scope. I think it might be around 30%. Maybe it's a bit higher than 30. Anyway, that is the point of Olympus. He's done all he needs to do now. He can now be deceased. This thing will stay in and Hurricane me. Or Ball beat me, sure. Why not? And then the next step is where things actually get like true RNG. We swap into Valley now, because Valley's threatening lethal from here with Dazzling Gleam. The game's going to recognize that and go, I want to keep Zapdos alive. So what the game is going to do is it's going to swap into one of two Pokemon. It will either go into Aegis Slash or it's going to go into Tentacruel. Either way, we're going to try and Stun Spore it. I think that doesn't matter. I think it's going to leave still. Alright, never mind. The game's robbed me. Because that'll be a one-shot. Alright, send it back. We'll put it on the list as well. That's it. Kind of interesting, because again, I've been doing a bunch of tests on this, and almost exclusively it's swapped out there. I guess the game predicted it was going to Quick Claw hit or something, because I couldn't outspeed it then. Without the Quick Claw, I outspeed it, by the way. Also, excuse me. Where's my sound gone? Thank you. But yeah, we're going to do the same opening over and over again. So, get ready to see this. By the way, if we get crit, we actually live through this, in case you're wondering. Alright, we go into Zapdos now. So the reason I say I need to crit on this shot, by the way, or this attack, is normally then the game recognizes that Zapdos can get one-shot by the Rabombe, and then swaps out. If you don't get the crit, the Zapdos stays in. But I can tell... Oh, it's using Weather Ball. Interesting. Don't know why it's using different moves here, but whatever. The issue, by the way, if I don't Stun Spore right now, is that... I guess there's no big issue, but I like to get the paralysis on early. I guess this time I'm going to just threaten a kill, because I'm pretty certain there's kills from here. Not if he Quick Claws me, he doesn't... Alright, cool. We need every Pokemon we can get, by the way, so I really can't afford to take some bad RNG like that. I don't know why it's changed its mind of what it's doing, but it's starting to peeve me off a little bit. There is another option I could go for. One sec. And that is I can go into my other guy instead, who has got Moonbeam, so maybe I'm not quite killing from there, like, guaranteed. I'm not sure. Anyway, this opening is, like, guaranteed. It always happens the same way this very bit. So again, we're not crit. I hit the crit. We die. Let me put Glenn in instead, because Glenn can theoretically do a Moon Blast instead. I don't know why I called it Moonbeam, but Moon Blast. That definitely kills from here. Yeah, there you go. Okay. We'll do it this way around then. And I went into Aegis Slash. Alright, we've moved the needle. He avoided the attack. That's probably game. I need like every bit of good fortune to go my way. But where we go to next is then onto Center Scorch. It's going to Iron Head me, which would have one-shot every single one of the Rabombas because it has no defensive stats. For Black Sand, though, he's got a decent chunk of health. He can live through this. Then he's going to, on the next turn, go into a different form. So I'll smoke screen it, because then it works still, even in King Shield mode. And now I need smoke screen to, like, do me a real solid here. Sometimes it swaps out now, but either way, we're doing knockoff. I know we can't knock off the weakness policy, but... Okay, he swapped. So this will be Tentacruel, I think, this time. And we'll knock off Black Sludge, which is nice, because it means this thing can't heal quite as well as it did before. The big issue I've got now is that I didn't really consider what happens in this situation, because I need to swap out into something, and I don't really have any Pokemon that I can swap out into right now, which are suitably capable of dealing with water type attacks. So I think at this opportunity we go into Veil and just accept he's going to die, because I need to get a safe swap into Escavalier. If I don't do this, Scald does a bunch of damage to Escavalier. If it hits the burn, I just lose. Not on this guy though. On Escavalier, I just lose. Tentacruel, I think, is faster than me. Oh, okay, never mind. I died to the burn anyway. But I would have just done what is his name? I forgot what it's called. The Dark type priority move. So Drill Run is the point of this. We Drill Run the Tentacruel to death. The burn causes us to lose. It's actually really unlucky. Because I think without it, I would have killed in 2 from there. But yeah, now I need to take multiple turns. Okay, this battle's over. But that's kind of like where we need to get to. If we can get through that Tentacruel, then life is reasonably good. Not guaranteed, by the way, that we win from there, but once we get through that bit, a lot of the scary stuff has happened then. And as you knock out, like, Zapdos especially, then suddenly Ground-type moves can go into Aegislash with no worry whatsoever. Because it won't ever swap into the Zapdos to resist it, or to be completely immune to, in fact. I think I could have done this battle better, by the way. I didn't really sit too much off it. I've got to be honest with you. I kind of slacked between this part and the last part. It didn't take me that long to set up this team. But I was sort of like, okay, once I figured out Veil could beat Zapdos, I was like, the rest of the team's not that scary, because Crocodile can one-shot with Rabombe, Sharpedo could one-shot with Rabombe. It was like, a big chunk of the rest of the team I can one-shot with certain Pokemon. Actually, Tentacruel I could have one-shot with Orbeetle as well, I believe. And actually, that might be my one change if I was going to, like, go back down the mountain and set everyone up again. Maybe I'd bring an Orbeetle instead, just to try and deal with the Crocodile. Not Crocodile, Tentacruel, sorry. The big issue is if Tentacruel kills Escavalier, no one else can kill the Tentacruel anymore. Again, nice crit. We just perish here. Doesn't matter. Simply doesn't matter, the Quick Claw activated. I'll do Glenn again, because I'm pretty certain it mustn't be swapping before, because I wasn't quite picking up a kill. Which is interesting, because it wasn't doing that in my practice. Okay, it seems more consistent with Glenn. And we go back to Aegislash. Alright, again, that probably cost me the game, because the stun on Aegislash is actually quite important. Just to, like, troll it a little bit. Otherwise, this thing can become a bit of a nightmare as well. I might even on Glenn, I can't remember what item I've given him. I might want to give him Wide Lens just to be more accurate. I think I put Quick Claw on him on the off chance he goes into the Zapdos matchup, and Zapdos Quick Claws, because if I Quick Claw back, I'm actually faster than Zapdos. So this thing's going to stance change, have its accuracy lowered, then it's going to swap out, probably. Because it doesn't want to deal with the accuracy loss. We knock off the Sludge, and again, we're going to have to swap into our Sacrifice. which is Veil. It's fine. Use the burn on Veil. Just don't hit Escavalier with the burn, please, and all is good in the world. Are you serious? Hang on a second. I just want to see what the chance of Scald burning is. Scald Pokemon. It's 30%! It's over again. We're dead. Because I need Escavalier to win this matchup. And because we don't win this matchup, we can't win. Again. Alright, got the crit again. I actually don't know what the chance of this is. I don't think it is 30 something. It seems to be higher. You need to die. What am I doing? There's nothing I can realistically swap into the Zapdos. I've like considered going into Veil for this. Maybe we should try that, actually. Go into Veil instead. Because it's gonna Hurricane. Well, actually, I don't think it will Hurricane is the issue. But maybe that's fine. You know what? Let me go off Piste a little bit. I just want to see what happens here. Okay, your Quick Claw didn't matter. You're faster than everyone in my party except for Rabombe. I think I'll die to this, actually. Okay. It kind of doesn't matter, I think, but... Alright, never mind. Maybe it did matter, because he Hurricaned me this time. I swear the game knows when it's going to hit a Quick Claw. Because that situation was identical to the... Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a slight difference in health. But that situation was identical to me just letting Heracross die. Right, I guess I'll let Heracross die. Man, your Quick Claw goes off so often as well. Can I get a Quick Claw like that? Hey, we had a Stun Spore for a change. Okay, that's pretty big, because if we interrupt the turn with Paralysis, it just gets me that little bit of extra tempo, because that's kind of all that 6v6 ones battles are, right? It's just a tempo matchup. You always want to be proactive rather than reactive, but it's pretty hard with, like, a small subset of bug-type Pokemon to be proactive. Just like that. That's a great turn for me. This thing, I don't think will King Shield from here, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm actually going to Smoke Screen it still. Okay, it did do King Shield. That probably takes it out. But we'll see. Oh, it stayed in with Paralysis. Interesting. I guess they've decided to sacrifice it, but it might be able to kill me, honestly. Because Weakness Policy is really scary. We've lowered its accuracy, it's got Paralysis. It's going to hit me. This might one-shot me, actually. Oh, okay, close. I'm going to believe it goes into King Shield mode. I might... Actually... Yeah, it's going to go into King Shield. I knew it. Because otherwise, I outspeed it now. With the Paralysis on, I don't think I kill with... Actually, maybe I would have killed with Knockoff, because I think I've put on Metronome now I think about it on this guy. So maybe I should have just hit it again. Yeah, that might be a misplay, in fact. It was definitely a misplay, because he's in shield mode right now. Miss, please. Nice, okay. Never punished. Never punished. Alright, this goes into Tentacruel. Do I want this? Yeah, I kind of do want my Pokemon to live, I think. It's actually kind of difficult. I can't remember if I'm faster. I should just check this. Am I faster than Dusclops? Because Dusclops is not particularly quick as Pokemon go. I should have noted down the speed of everyone in my party. So we are a Scorch. We're level 40. I don't think we have a bad speed nature. No, we don't. So we are faster than Dusclops. Because realistically, all I need this thing to do is knock off Eviolite, and then its job's done. So I probably don't need Veil anymore, is my theory. Wow, I did not expect that. If I expected that, I mean, it's not particularly good either, but had I thought that was going to happen, I definitely would have swapped into Excadrill. Not Excadrill. Boy, if only I could swap into Excadrill. Escavalier. I think Tentacruel is quicker than me, so I'm actually not going to worry about the Bulldoze, which is the better move, because I'm not going to get it off. We'll go for the Sucker Punch. I'll just get a bit of damage in. Which actually is not going to really matter at all when I really think about it, because it's going to heal from Black Sludge, and it's going to heal from Weather Rain Dish. Are you about to fall? No, not quite. We did effectively 1 damage. Alright, again, this is all about not getting burnt. Huge. If we get burnt on the second attack, I think we can deal with it from there, but just actually getting some real damage off with 1 attack, very big. Obviously, we'd like to not get burnt whatsoever, but huge. Okay, so we're gonna die. On the next turn. But I should be at a point where we're fine with it. This thing might protect, actually, because it also tries to protect to get more health. But I have no way around that, so okay, it did. It just killed me. It might do it next turn, though. We're not out of the woods yet here. Because I don't know if I kill from here, and I certainly don't kill from here if I go into protect. Yeah, okay. This thing might kill me. How much does Pollen Puff do from here? It's fine if I lose 1 of my... Well, it's not fine, but we could get away with losing 1. That was a crit. Oh my god, the Razor Claw procced. I forgot I had it. I don't know if we kill from here still, though. And it's the best move I can do right now is Pollen Puff. Oh my god. I'm in the world's worst situation. Alright, you swapped for reasons unknown. Actually, there are some reasons here to swap. Because I can't go into Center Scorch directly, and I need to get into Center Scorch next. Alright, let's start trolling the Dusclops. Oh, by the way, in case you wonder what this Dusclops has as moveset, it has Nightshade, Will-O-Wisp, Confuse Ray, and Pain Split. So the whole point of this Pokemon is just to troll you, and then it has Eviolite. Once you, like, grind down its health, and it does take some time to grind it down, it will do Pain Split. And then because you're burnt and confused, you might just die on the next turn. Fortunately, Will-O-Wisp doesn't really do too much into Rabombi anyway. Since I'm a special attacker. Does put me on a timer though. So yeah, this is going to do like negative damage. Yep, not very good. And this will preset do 40 every time, right? Because it's Nightshade. So we die next turn regardless, but I don't have a safe swap, so we're just going to accept it. And this all looks bad, but you have to remember that the Pokemon that are left on their party are a Zapdos, which I can kill with my other Rabombi, a Crocodile that I can kill with my Rabombi, and then it's Dusclops and Tentacruel. The Tentacruel is unironically, well, not quite the scariest thing. It probably is, though. If I can't one-shot the Tentacruel, it's the scariest thing. It's the situation where I fucked up the most. But I could theoretically sweep. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Purely because of Tentacruel. Anyway, there goes the Eviolite, so now I should be able to kill Dusclops from here. The dream is if the AI fucks up and swaps into Tentacruel, which I pretty certain it won't do. The other scary thing is Zapdos has Quick Claw, as I said, so if Quick Claw procs at that moment, and he doesn't for me, I just lose. Oh, okay, my Quick Claw's procced at a situation which didn't matter, but I think this will kill from here. It's whether or not I can kill this Tentacruel, and I actually think if I'm going to win this matchup, I need to Stun Spore it. I need Paralysis. Because I can't get through it otherwise when it keeps protecting. I need a turn where it tries to protect but fails. It used Toxic, which is not what I was expecting. So that puts me on a timer, but the timer's not too bad, I think. It depends. We need like 2 turns of Paralysis and we win this. Alright, Quick Claw has procced every single turn for me so far. How much does this do? Stab 95 base power move. I know it's not effective, but it's going to be... Oh, it might be 4, actually. We got a Paralysis, but I think it's still too much. A crit would get me there. Yeah, I'm doing basically the damage it's doing back to me. It's fucking not even 4, is it? This is pain. And my life would be so much better if my Rabombes had Hidden Power, not Steel, which is not very good here, or Hidden Power Bug, which is what the other one has. But it's fine. We're living and learning. Does Poison do more and more damage? Toxic does, I think. It was Toxic damage I was taking, so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I think Poison is set, right? I always forget exactly like the fiduciary details of the statuses. Well, I know, I think base burn does less tick damage than Poison, but it lowers your attack. That's the other effect of burning. Toxic, I think, gets worse and worse over time. Like, it starts with like a 16 of your health damage and then goes up to like an 8th and then so on and so forth. But yeah, that's the purpose of that Tentacruel, is to Toxic someone and then just stall. Which is the other reason, by the way, why I've got a Scavalier in this party, is sometimes you can set up a turn where you expect a Toxic to come in and just swap to a Scavalier, and you troll the Tentacruel instead. The other thing we've not seen yet so far is, when we get to the Zapdos situation, it doesn't all, well, at least when I was testing this, it doesn't always go into Aegislash, sometimes it goes into Tentacruel. And going into Tentacruel is a better situation for me, because then I get Stun Spore on Tentacruel, which I think is my most annoying Pokemon to deal with right now. But there is a possibility I think I could make my life easier, although it's going to take some time to run back down the mountain and just grab someone that can do something into Tentacruel. It's still not perfect though, because if I even go into Orbeetle, which should be good into Tentacruel, then all they do is just swap into another Pokemon to not take super effective psychic damage. They can just go into Aegislash, for example. And then my life is really hard again. The true solution to this is to get another Rabombe with a better hidden power. AK, if we can get hidden power ground on it, it would be phenomenal. Hidden power psychic would also be real good. Okay, do I let Olympus die here? I guess it's my other question, because I could theoretically keep... No, I should keep Olympus. I think this is the change I need to make in the world. Because Heracross, I think, will outspeed Tentacruel and also has a move that does damage into Tentacruel. So I think Veil almost has no worth. Like, Sucker Punching a fucking thingy doesn't matter. He also Hurricane, which is real good for me. I might live this now. I do live this. Unfortunately, it's going to outspeed me, but we can Sucker Punch it, which, now that I think about it, it does literally nothing, but I'll get some extra damage in. Alright, goodbye. Now we're going to Glenn. I'm slightly concerned that he might not swap out this time, though, because I've changed the damage numbers a little bit, and Stun Spore isn't effective with the Zapdos, so if I Stun Spore it and it doesn't swap, I get trolled. I actually don't know what it's going to do. I'm actually pretty spooked by this. Alright, I got trolled. We know now for the future, if we get into that timeline, just attack. Because it won't try and save a Pokemon which is, like, got no value anymore, so I really should have predicted it wouldn't swap anymore. But I thought I might keep it just for ground resistances. I have. I think irrespective, that opening is the correct opening. Though we should keep Heracross, which actually now means the crit does matter. Apparently the crit rate is 100% on this. So yeah, we should go into Veil now. Okay, we're gonna live in the same timeline, so we're gonna do something different this time. We're gonna learn. So I will Sucker Punch it again. It kills me with Weather Ball, fine. The other thing I could do is actually go into Valley rather than Glen. Because Valley should outspeed it still. And Glen, I think, is slightly better than Valley, just because it's got Moonblast. So this thing is going to stay in. Thank you. We could have got trolled by Quick Claw there. That was like the only downside to this, but the Quick Claw has always got the potential to troll me in a battle, so. I assume Aegislash is incoming. Tentacruel is incoming. Okay. I'm going to do something slightly different this time. I'm going to Stun Spore it, and I'm going to just trade Valley for this. I think I only need one of my Rabombes, so as long as you Stun Spore it, I'm pretty content. Thank you. So sometimes now it'll break through Protect. And also this thing's going to be really slow now. Also, it might not break through Paralysis. Realistically, at this point, Valley just needs to die. Because I want to get into either Glade or Olympus. I probably should just go into Olympus, honestly. You know what? I'm actually going to call something else. I might get destroyed by this. But I think it's going to go for a poison move to kill Valley. So I should go into Glade. Because it's not... Oh, it's immune to poison. There you go. That prediction maybe causes me to win. Famous last words. I think I'm also going to live and learn. I might knock off this time to start this battle. Because also if it's swapped, I would have liked to lead with knockoff. But this Black Sludge means that my Rabombe can't kill this thing. It does Scald. It breaks through. I didn't get burnt, though. And now because this thing is paralyzed, I'm quicker than it is. So I get my damage first. So in theory, I think I win this matchup now. Maybe. Oh yeah, you're not healing out of this. So as long as I don't get burnt here, we win. But even if I do get burnt, I think I can kill the Tentacruel now with a Rabombe. And I don't know why you're not going to protect. You're not going to protect. But the correct play for Tentacruel there was definitely to protect. Okay, I'm feeling good about things now. Very good about things, in fact. Here comes Dusclops, and again, Glade has got a similar purpose to Center Scorch. He is here to do a knockoff. So, as long as you get knockoff, I'm thrilled. Didn't matter the Quick Claw, you're faster than Dusclops. Dusclops is particularly slow as a Pokemon. There goes the Eviolite, and now this thing is no longer scary. You died to Nightshade. You've done your job. I simply don't care. And now, my Olympus, who I normally sacrificed in previous iterations, might be able to one-shot from it, because this thing has not got Eviolite anymore. It's pretty tanky, but not super tanky, and this is going to be most likely a crit, and I'm definitely quicker than you. And I've got Guts. So yeah, I think it was a crit, so we kill you. And now the only Pokemon left are Zapdos, I believe, and Crocodile, or an Age... No, wait. We killed Zapdos. It's Crocodile and Aegislash. But he won't want to go into Aegislash into this guy because I've got a Dark-type move. Interesting. I guess he's going to take his chances with Pin Missile. This might not kill, I think. Oh, actually, very odds-on not killing. But either way, I'm dying to the burn, so it's not the end of the world. Nice crit. Okay, we get the kill. Heracross, what a hero. My pseudo starter. So we're gonna die to the burn regardless. Aegislash is like vaguely smart here. It's going to do King's Shield on the opening turn, so I can't hit it. Yep, okay. It's vaguely smart. 07 Heracross, or 07, sorry. Good work. And now Aegislash can't swap out when I lower its accuracy, so I think that's the correct play now. We go into Center Scorch and start lowering your accuracy. And then I've got 2 Rabombes to clean up. I think we're gonna do it. I finally got through the stupid RNG cycles. I'm actually going to instantly smoke screen. I know it had to change out that stance. It wasn't going to King Shield 2 turns in a row. But I'll take the hit. I did want to buff it while it was hitting me. So I'll lower its accuracy 2 times. It's actually still not over this battle. In theory, Aegislash might be able to sweep from here if I'm not careful. If it gets a really juicy crit, it might get me. Especially when I start buffing, because this thing is going to one-shot Rabombe. But I'm hoping with a double accuracy loss, we'll be okay. I could also go for an Inferno, because an Inferno would guarantee burn, but I'm not actually sure it would still kill from there, because Inferno will trigger its weakness policy. I think we just take the guaranteed damage. Miss. Nice. Okay, so we're going to buff it now. We're just going to one-shot it. Cool. I'll take it. Yes! By the way, it has awful defense in attack mode, or blade mode, or it's called, so... I thought he was going to live, but... Alright, another boss down. Also, I hate the lore of this game sometimes. He catches Zapdos with the Master Ball. He does that battle and says, like, if I lose, I'll get rid of the Zapdos, basically, as the evil organization. He doesn't give it to me for protection, he just releases it. What stops one of your other chode friends just catching it? Anyway, where am I going now, game? The plan here? We have to go back to Epidemic Town. Cool. I can do that. Where are my things? Oh, I should have mentioned in the introduction as well. I did a few raid battles off camera in case you're wondering why certain items may have appeared. It may have been because of raid battles. That's all I did other than the grinding. And even then, I was only doing raid battles to save myself grinding. Right, where is my escape rope? It's not amazing news, it's really shit news. We kind of fucked up, honestly. Alright, now we can go to Ptarmigan Town. We can get the Mega Anklet if we beat that boss battle, which again is another boss battle. Then I can get to Dahara City, and honestly, my life becomes so much easier when we get to Dahara City, because I can get all the items and stuff you need for breeding Pokemon. Which does mean I need to play Bubble Burst probably like 8,000 times, but... Or Cloud Burst, whatever it's called. But that's fine. It is what it is. Alright, let's grab some Pokemons. I'll grab you. Glenn, get back in the box. Let me try and balance my team out just vaguely. Actually, I say I balance my team out vaguely. My team's pretty cracked, honestly. I guess I'll get rid of the Wormadam, because the Wormadam Veil, no offense, buddy, you're kind of just here as a unique, I'm going to kill the Zapdos Pokemon. Kind of similar to Eden, who was just here for a unique, I'm going to kill... I can't remember what you were trying to kill. You were here just purely to kill one Pokemon, and once you did that job, fantastic. Oh, it was Dodrio, right, from Alice. That was literally your purpose. Who knows when I next need to call upon you to kill a flying-type Pokemon, but it will happen. Anyway, we'll bring out Solar Flare as well. Sure, we'll go with this. I'm a little bit light on if they use a Fire-type Pokemon, what do I do? Right, Rabombe. One of you's been replaced with Orbeetle. And where's Wormadam? You have been replaced with Yanmega. By the way, the reason I grabbed Yanmega, because Yanmega can fly. You're going to see a lot of Yanmega in the party, because it's my Pokemon that can fly. And there are not as many bug Pokemon as I thought that can fly. In fact, I think Vikavolt can fly as well, but... Oh, and then one last thing I want to quickly do before I leave. Let me just put some items back. Because I don't really want you to have this. I want you to have this. Valley, you can hold on to Scope Lens. Sure, why not? By the way, I also considered with Heracross. Heracross can learn Rock Blast. It can also learn Bullet Seed. So I might actually set up my Heracross as some Razor Fang multi-hitting shenanigan Pokemon. The only sad thing is I can't have Skill Link on it, but... it's kind of a funny idea that I never really considered doing with Heracross before. Probably because it's stupid, but... hey-o. That seems like my kind of Pokemon. You should lose that. We're going to save it. You should lose this as well, but... I don't really care. You can hold it to Mystic Water. You don't need this. And I'll keep you with the Eviolite for now, because no one else really can use it. And I will throw some nice items on these guys. Low pressure, you're going to get... Where is it? Lax Incense, wherever it is in my box. Maintain your troll appearance. Solar Flare, I think I've got Twisted Spoon somewhere, because I think I can actually farm Twisted Spoons now. I'll just give you a Twisted Spoon. And then finally, I'm going to do a little arrangement of this. And we're good. And then one other thing I'm going to quickly do. I don't know if I hope I've got a heart scale for this, but I really want to teach Brick Break back to my Heracross. I gave it a ground type move because I said theoretically I might need the ground type move, which in the end we did need the ground type move, I believe. Maybe. Possibly. So let me try and teach that back. This is especially painful because I think you get Brick Break later in the game. What I could do, which would be really kind of like possibly Troll. I could teach you Arm Thrust instead, which is again multi-hitting fighting type move, which might trigger the Razor Fang. Actually, it might be quite funny. It's a real waste of a heart scale. And it's kind of hard for me to get heart scales right now. I have to do the mining minigame. And it's pretty painful to do the mining minigame for like an hour to get 2 heart scales. It does fit in with my brief though. And theoretically, Arm Thrust can do 75 damage, which is exactly the same as a Brick Break without the RNG. Okay, we take Brick Break. If you were 25, I would do it. But you're not. The other thing I can't mentally get over right now, I probably should remove Double Edge, but Double Edge is an egg move, and it's really hard for me to reteach this Double Edge, so I'm going to try and keep Double Edge on this Pokemon as long as is humanly possible. Alright. We'll farm some heart scales off camera. Don't worry about it. Alright, now we can go to Ptarmigan Mansion. We can also save the game. Probably a good idea. At 53 hours, by the way, the game file. Most of that has been done with the speed up button on, just on my bike actually, so it's not truly what I've experienced, but it has still been some time. Can you give me something? So this is not a gym leader, but theoretically it is just a gym leader, because it's going to be that hard. And I think a brief is fairy type Pokemon, which is still not very good for bugs, so we might have some issues here as well. But for now, let me just unlock everything I need to unlock. You battle me? You are. Arnie has a Magneton. Very unfortunate, Arnie. Wait, it's the wrong Pokemon. Well, okay, whatever. Does this thing have Levitate? Let's risk it. If not, this is going to hurt you. Alright, you don't have Levitate, you have Magnet Pull, I guess. Which means I can't swap out, so I could have tested it. Oh, you have Sturdy, never mind. Really? Okay, we have Smart Strike, so we can't miss. The irony, by the way, he lowers my accuracy and then misses an attack. And your last Pokemon is Alakazam. That thing is going to be pretty quick. Quick Claw it. I should be fine because I've got Steel typing. Oh yeah, that did like nothing. I quite like this Escavalier, by the way. I don't really have many books that have a lot of coverage moves right now, but this guy's got some pretty good coverage. Not fantastic, but better than the rest, I guess. Secret? No. You know what? I didn't know that. I mean, I did know it to some degree, but I didn't know Gluttony was just what it was in yellow. Well, you guys gave me berries, by the way. Right? Did you give me berries? Yes! Some Petra berries. I think I spoke to you already. Yeah, these berries that reduce super effective moves are so crucial to me right now. I mean, without the Cobra Berry, we literally wouldn't have got through the Flying type gym. I think it, well, not quite impossible, but even close to impossible. It was so unbelievably crucial for me. Yes, this match does have secrets, you're right. There is a secret raid den in here. Which I think I can't get until I beat Maxima. Right, Starmie, you're water psychic, correct? You are. And your other Pokemon is a Weavile. You are also susceptible to a bug. You're very susceptible to a Heracross in particular. I was going to say that's going to do like no damage, but I thought I must be wrong. Alright, I can't be bothered healing right now, but maybe I should just heal. I mean, it's literally why I've got all these super potions, and actually, Buddy is literally an object right now for me. So, let's not worry about it. How much money do I have, in fact? Yeah, I've got a pretty good amount of money. 320,000. Fuck you. I hate you, Chansey. No, the healing isn't redundant in this place, because the chances rob you. You thought the Antithesis City people were, you know, bandits? It's actually the fucking chances. Please, please, please. Thank you. So yeah, that's the hint to tell you that there's a hidden grotto in here. Okay. This way. Black Belt Atsushi Macho. Should probably honestly be on Yanmega. I should have gone into this battle on Yanmega, to be honest with you, but shall we do our strategy of trying to make him flinch? Let's do that. That didn't flinch. Jewel Chop's the dragon move, right? I wouldn't mind Jewel Chop on Heracross if we can get it as well. We've not really fought too many dragons yet, but I don't have many tools to deal with them, so... Wow, I would never have said Primeape was faster than Heracross. Not that I think particularly either of them are fast, but... Primeape looks kind of, like, slow and stodgy, you know? You're gonna low sweep me again. I think. I hope you low sweep me again. That's what I thought. Speed goes down. Speed go up? Wait, why did my speed not go up? What? Okay, I guess it has to be the full turn, not the swapping. Alright, whatever. It still does, like, no damage. Question Pokemon Company as well, how are you low sweeping a fucking flying bug? So it's a dragonfly. If he's low sweeping, you're gonna just sweep air, surely. Right, should have bought a few more super potions as well, my bad. Where do I think I'm going? I'm going upstairs, then I think we fall through something eventually, and we end up on the bottom floor where we can fight Success and Maxima. Also unlock that door we saw earlier, which will make my life easy to get to Success and Maxima. That's where I'm going. I'm also hoping there is a healer on the top floor, because I think there is. Heracross, breakthrough confusion, buddy. This should kill. Again, do we break through confusion? Might not matter, actually. This is going to hurt. Breakthrough confusion. Thank you. Oh, you've got a, whatever the dark reduction barrier is called. This won't kill. And do I have a safe swap? Sadly, there's only one bug Dark-type Pokemon in the history of Pokemon, and it doesn't exist in the generations that exist in this game. It's a Gen 9 Pokemon. We'll go to Glade. But man, there's a few times where I'm like, boy, would I have like, it's called low kicks or something, or lock kicks. Fuck, I would have loved a Dark-type bug. I like Scissor. We don't need to knock off anymore. We know what the item was. It was a berry. And your last Pokemon is Altaria. It's a bird. I'm gonna knock it off. I think Altaria is not as fast as you think it is, but obviously I'm the slowest Pokemon in the game. I'm not actually realistically the slowest Pokemon in the game. I don't know who is the slowest Pokemon in the game, but I must be down there. I'm in that bracket. Anyway, Glade's asleep. I have no idea what you're going to do to me now. You put me to sleep. I'm slightly concerned, honestly. Dragon Pulsing me, huh? By the way, you put me to sleep, I put you to sleep. That's the only reason I did this. I could spam double T, but I think I'm just going to swap out now that you're asleep. Yeah, I'm not going to go for the confusion. Realistically, probably pointless, everything I've done here. Oh, they've changed the type of Altaria. It's a dragon Pokemon in this game. That's good intel. I only say it's good intel because Altaria, Mega Altaria, is used by Successor Maxima, so I'm going to have to deal with that bird. Oh, that dragon. Wait, I thought... Hang on a sec. I thought Mega Altaria was a fairy flying Pokemon. Mega... Or am I mixing it up? Let me check in the game files what it is. It's a fairy dragon in this game. That's really cool. I don't think fairy dragon exists in the game, right? As a typing. As a real typing. Probably because it's seen as like a disgusting typing. Chansey, I'm not paying your prices. Literally, all I need to do is run outside. I will... Please. I will pay the prices of the Pokemart though, because I do need some more healing items. So I can only afford supers. We'll buy 99 more of those. And back we go. I don't know if you can do it in the Pokemon Center. I wish you could burn your own Pokemon intentionally in the Pokemon Center, just so I can keep Heracross burnt after I've healed him. It's just too many, like, faffy things to do for me to, like, care, except for the exception of boss battles, but it'd still be nice for him to be burnt, even just for these guys. Hey-ho, though. Alright, this guy is an Ace Trainer. I'm going to assume Dragon-type Pokemon. He might be a Dragon Tamer. Are you a Dragon Tamer? You're an Ace Trainer. And you got a bug Pokemon, you're a Venomoth. That is my type of Ace Trainer. Wholly based. Unfortunately for you, you're going to go for a Poison type move because you're a Poison bug type Pokemon. Wait, are you Poison or you're Flying? I can't remember. But either way, you're going to try and Poison me, I think. We have a Steel type. We'll go into our Steel type bug. Oh, I'm just too smart. You might be an Ace Trainer, but I'm like a Super Ace Trainer. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm going to also knock you off, because I just want to see if you're holding something. Oh, you're swapping. Have I predicted the swap geniusly? You've got a Vespiquen as well. You are my type of trainer. Some Pokemon activists would protest the possibility to burn your Pokemon in the Pokemon Center. I'm only doing it for my own Pokemon's well-being. God. Funnily enough, I've been trying to set up a Vespiquen off camera because they've got a hidden ability called Honey Armor. I think it's not a normal ability for that Pokemon, which raises your defense stat, which might actually make Vespiquen a real Pokemon. But it's so hard to breed a Vespiquen because you have to get a Combee, which is female, and get it with like the perfect stats, which is obviously a bit RNG focused without the Destiny Knot and the Super Ditto you can get into this game with the perfect IV. So I've tried to get one, but it's just not very good, so I've not put it into action yet. But I would like to use Vespiquen at some point during this series, because I think it's such a cool looking Pokemon. It's just done dirty by the Pokemon Company because it has awful stats. Well, it's got moderately awful stats, and it happens to be a bug flying type Pokemon, which is a pretty bad typing as well. You know, they talk about sticks and stones breaking your bones. In the case of, what's his name? In the case of the Vespiquen, the stones will break your life. You are just going to die. Ignore your bones. There is going to be nothing left of you. If that's your best move, we've won this battle. Man, I might try and get some more Quick Claws off camera as well. Quick Claws is an item I can farm. I might just get 6 of them because they're such a good item. At least for my bugs, because all of the bugs aren't particularly quick. In fact, the bugs are either incredibly quick or incredibly slow. There's like no in between. At least I found there's no in between. Chansey, I don't want to be robbed by you. So, no. I refuse. Ace Trainer, are you another based Ace Trainer and just using pure bugs? Don't call me kid either. Samuel. You've got a Ninetales. It's a Cantorian Ninetales. That's not good for my bugs. Cool. Hidden Power Steel. Great coverage. I'll try and put you into paralysis. That's pretty bad. Okay, he's confused raying me. What are you up to? I seem to remember in like all Gen 1 Pokemon, I tried to use Ninetales in one of my playthroughs like Pokemon Blue or something. And it's so hard to use it because like it's got an awful moveset, I think. Oh, we have quick attack. Okay. Well, we left literally no mark on that Pokemon. In fact, I think the issue with Ninetales is something like... What was it now? It's like if you evolve with a Firestone, by the time you have Vulpix, you can't get any moves on the Ninetales, so you have to teach everything with TMs. And like the best fire move it learns is like Flamethrower or something, which is like good, obviously, but it's like this Pokemon has Flamethrower and then nothing else. That's it. It's Flamethrower. Stay out my head, Ninetales. Stop confusing me. Oh my god. This Pokemon. How's Quick Attack your best move? I guess I've just been talking about you having a bad moveset, so I guess that's why it's being used. Also, I think it recognizes I've got Flash Fire, so it can't hit me with a Fire-type move, even though it's theoretically neutral. Alright, one Pokemon down. That's not the Pokemon I wanted to see afterwards. That thing might know Earthquake. I'm gonna predict a Ground-type move, but I might get punished by this. Go in, low pressure. Yeah, okay, Poison Tail instead. Which might mean you haven't got ground-based moves. I should detect here because I get more speed this way. Not that it really matters unless I plan to sweep with Yanmega, but I might plan to sweep with Yanmega, so we should do it. Now I'll try and put you to sleep. Then we double team while you're asleep. We might want to double team. That was bad. I was going to say double team multiple times. Let me put you back to sleep again, because I'm going to do like negative damage to you with Signal Beam. Unironically, the confusion is the biggest thing I need to hit on you now. Because the confusion will do more damage than I do to you. Wow, that was way more than I thought. He's on one turn waking as well, you scumbag. Alright, there's probably nothing they can summon now that is faster than me. Alright. Alright. What is this? What is this luck? At least I can get poisoned. Oh my god, I missed 4 hypnosis in a row. There you go. 2 one-turn wakes as well, I think, on the hypnosis. Crazy. Hey, save asleep. Can I get the confusion now, please, Signal Beam? Never mind. Okay, well, I'm probably staying in. Low pressure is probably dying, almost regardless of what you play right now. Never mind, we're gonna win, I think, because you are weak to... No, it's neutral because you're fairy. You're fairy. It's still gonna do a decent amount of damage. It's telling you Hypnosis is not really good. I need to check the accuracy of Hypnosis. I always forget what it is. I think it's 50% accurate now, Hypnosis. But it might be 75. It used to be something that it's not, and I can't remember if it got worse or got better. Probably Googling Hypnosis is not the solution here. I'm getting the AI thing telling me to, see a shrink. What are we at now, Hypnosis? It's 70 accurate. Wait, that's Gen 4. It's 60 accurate as Gen 9. Yeah, it was 60 accurate most of the time. And then got pumped up and put down again. Okay, so it's about 60%. It's just lesser Spore, but because Spore is such a disgustingly broken move, because that's guaranteed sleep, it's only on Pokemon that are slow. And Yanmega is not slow. Also, it's only on Grass-type Pokemon Spore. Anyway, we still win. Chansey, I really don't want to pay your wages. Alright, let me heal. Didn't mean that. Alright, what are you using? Clancy. Oh, Quagsire, very Clancy of you. Isn't this like Smolant's favourite Pokemon, or is that Wooper? It's Wooper, isn't it? His favourite is. That's like all the information I know of this Pokemon. Other than, again, like, being a young child and going like, oh my god, this Pokemon's OP. It's a Wolf-type Pokemon that's immune to electricity. Ignoring the fact that if, like, one leaf falls on it, it just explodes. Alright. They did roll the 30s, sadly. Sadly for him. Piloswine. Ground Ice. I'd like to get into Olympus, probably, because if I get hit by a ground-type move as I swap into my flaming bug, he's going to explode. I can't go into low pressure here, because if he does use an ice-type move, I just fall over. I think we just stay in. Oh, we're hitting power steel. We can actually push the hidden power button. Holy moly, it's one of the rare situations where the coverage is actually good. Steel into ice. Wow. Again, just to remind you, like, the Rubombies have done fantastic this playthrough. They are so fragile. It was stabbed, but it stabbed Ice Fangs from a fucking Pillar Swine. And it choked me. Alright, is there a nurse here? No, there's another battle. Cool. I'm gonna call it that this guy is going to do something with steel or electric, so we'll live with you. We'll work with you. I'm gonna guess you got a Magneton, honestly. Not quite a Magneton, but it's a Steel-type Pokemon. Question is, do you have Levitate? Is the game gonna cheat and tell me? Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, you don't have Levitate. My theory, by the way, in saying the game can cheat is it showed that move was super effective because ground is super effective to steel. But if it has Levitate, it'll show us across, even if I don't know what the ability is. I believe. So you can kind of like work out what the ability is based on the help sheet, which I do appreciate is normally not turned on in insane mode. So it's not truly I'm doing this fully on insane, but it's as close to it as possible. Really, this is just to stop me putting a type chart on the other monitor, so I treat it as the same. Bronzong. Does this super effective as well? No, it doesn't. It's because steel is not effective with bugs. I'll knock you off just in case you've got some weird shit on you. You don't. Really? Can you just not? Alright. Push the button. So I've got a double battle now, I believe. I do have a double battle. One of them is a Kindler as well. And I did say before going into this that we have got a bit of a weakness into fiery Pokemon. But we'll try and make it work. And if it doesn't work, we'll just run back and grab the Araquanids. We top everyone up. Alright. Look at my super duper mega awesome Pokemon. I just want to know. Yours was Banette. I was going to say for Salazzle, I agree. I think Salazzle's a really cool looking Pokemon. Your other choice, or your actual choice of Banette, I wouldn't call it a super duper cool Pokemon. I am beginning to regret not having my what's his name? My burn right now. I'm trying to work through Banette. I'm going to predict that someone attacks low pressure here, but... Okay, well, not the way I thought you were going to attack me, but I guess I was right. Burn me! Burn me! Oh, you didn't burn me. Banette's not only a support Pokemon, right? Not the way they're using it. I think normally it's got prankster and shit like that, and you like... I think like the only use I've ever seen of it is like swapping weird shit onto you, like weird items and stuff. I don't really remember. By now, I've got a funny remembrance of its Mega Evolution being completely garbage and almost seeing no use whatsoever. I'm going to try and put Salazzle to sleep because otherwise it's going to kill me. Cool. Well, it's going to be a double wipe here. Alright, bad start. And Valley's really, really bad into Salazzle because the poison typing is going to get them. We'll go into Glade because I'm desperate. I do appreciate one fire type move and you're going to fall over, but I literally don't have a better option. And then Black Sand because if you're going for both slots of fire type moves, at least you might get hit by a fire type move. Or put them off from doing it because you'll get a boost. I need you to Quick Claw this second. If you Quick Claw right now, you might actually kill the Salazzle. That's my way out of this battle. Nice! Okay. Well, see you later, Glade. Quick Claw didn't proc, therefore, you do nothing. So you're running all ghosts, I see. At least I can knock out their other slot, potentially. .50 accurate move. It's going to kill it, though. Alright, Salazzle's being dealt with. Come on, Black Sand. By the way, I should be using you, Black Sand, really, because you're actually not as good as Fatagorkus, or whatever he's called, the other Salazzle? The other Centiscorch I've got. It's just purely you have more health than the other one, which is why I was using you. You've got an Arcanine. Oh boy. Oh goody. Well, Psychic it. Otherwise, you're in trouble. Please hit the Gorgeist. That's a pretty good amount of damage. That is goodbye to Orbeetle, I think. Black Sand stands. Alright, let's go, guys. Giga dead. And now it's 2-on-1 versus Arcanine, but neither of my Pokemon are good into Arcanine, so... It's not over yet. That helps. It's now certainly slower than... I guess Centiscorch, because it was always slower than Ribombay. Doesn't have E-speed either, which is what I was really worried about. And again, great coverage. Alright, never in doubt. This will cost me too much. I'm going to run all the way back. I'm going the wrong way. Please, stop blocking me. I should honestly just use the Chansey here, but I actually want to make some changes as well. Mainly to the Centiscorch, because I said I've got the... Not the wrong one, it's a bit unfair, but it's just tankier, this one, than the other one. That's, like, the only difference. And I say tanky, I don't think it is tankier. I think, literally, it's just got more health. That's the only thing I did with this. So, I'll drop you out now. Let me just quickly check you side by side, just out of interest. It's like this is slightly more defensive. In fact, it's not even got more health. Oh no, it does have more health. Just a bit more health. That's it. Look, I need to, like, reduce the numbers soon. I've got too many of certain Pokemon, which have, like, very slightly niche different purposes. What was the difference between all of you guys? You have Wide Guard. That was your purpose. You've got a high attack stat, which I don't really care about. You've got a high defense stat, which I don't super care about. You're the good one. Alright, Grove, get in the party. And I think everyone else is getting locked in. I need to quickly check as well Glade versus Leah. Leah might be better, but it might not be just purely because of the moveset. SAS. And I think if that's the case, we'll just stick with what we've got. ASS, perfect. Actually better, never mind, I take it back. Purely for the letter ordering, it's better. Alright, give me an Araquanid. And honestly, if it's going to be vaguely sensible, which I guess I'm not going to be, I'm probably going to get to Maxima in a moment. I should probably put a poison type Pokemon in my party, because they use fairies, I think. You know what? Let's do that. Let me just do it now. I don't need Yanmega immediately. It's nice to have Yanmega in the party purely because he can fly around, but... Shall we bring Dust Bowl? I've not used them for quite some time. Has Poison Jab, though. Let's do it. Where is Beedrill? Now we need to give you guys some items, ideally. The item I'm going to give you is... I don't know. You know what I'll give you? I know what I'll give you. Wait, that was the right system. Sorry, my bad. I'll give you Poison Barb. I just want to quickly check one other thing. Can I learn any interesting TMs? Because its moveset's a little bit... right now. You can't learn Fly. Okay. Not surprising. Your hidden power is probably not going to be good anyway. You do learn Aerial Ace. That might be better. I get the benefit of Fell Stinger, but... I think I'm going to drop it, because it's got Technician, by the way, so Twin Eagle is just so good damage. I don't need 2 Bug-type moves. I would like a bit of flying coverage as well. Could give it Payback as well, but probably don't need that, because what are I doing that to Psychic-type Pokemon? Well, I use Bug-type moves. Okay, that's fine. And back we go. Hey, it's worth noting, by the way, Beedrill is not a good Pokemon. It's not seen as a good Pokemon at any stage of the game. Even its Mega is not good. I think that's what unlocks the raid den, by the way, so we've got that now. There's like 2 battles in here as well, which I probably should just go and do. For the sake of completion, hello Dragon Tamer. Meet my fairy Pokemon. Fracture. Ground Dragon, right? You're gonna be in the Ground Dragon when I hit you with this Dazzling Gleam. Oh, you're not ground either, you're just pure Dragon. Alright. The joke doesn't make as much sense anymore. How can it be called Fracture and not be a ground-type Pokemon? And the Executor is the other Pokemon, but it's the Executor that doesn't fit on the screen. I quite like the way they bent its neck so it does fit on the screen, though. That's pretty funny. You take more damage from Pollen Puff, because Pollen Puff is a higher power move. So we'll Pollen Puff you. Right, cool Pokemon. They say Dragon's the strongest type, or one of the strongest types. Silly. You just need a couple of bugs. That'll get you there. Right, couple more trainers and we fall off, like, the floor or something. And into the basement. Vanillish. Stupid ice cream Pokemon. I don't like it. I don't know why. I know that every Pokemon is an animal and some of them are inanimate objects, even in Gen 1, but this one in particular, I just don't like it. I think it looks stupid. You have the Steel Reduction Berry. Baberi. Alright, whatever. I wasn't doing any damage anyway. That's going to hurt me, though. Steel, super effective into Fairy. Take another one back, okay? Ah, it lives. Okay, we're dead. We're not dead. He's uproared. We are dead. Okay, fair enough. I thought he'd done a little throw. I've lost my Firebug because I swapped him out, but it's not essential. We'll go into Glade. Yay, Quick Claw. Alright, your other Pokemon is... very base. It's Rabombe. Sadly for you, it's going to fall over to this. Because that thing will not have a high defense stat. He never does. Yep. I thought I was going to one-shot. Alright, I'm going to try and be really greedy and just get through the next battle as well without healing. Because if I get through this battle, I get to the Success and Maxima room where I can open the button, which means I can just cheat my way back there again. And by cheat, I mean I can just walk through the door because I've opened it. Crobat. Okay. You're very quick. You're also a Flying-type Pokemon, and I'm 4 times weak to Flying-type moves, so... Uh-oh. I think we're going to do a little swap here. I don't really have a safe swap. So I think I'm going to just go into Grove, because Grove can take the hit better than anyone else. I thought a Flying-type move was incoming. Super effective, by the way. I'll go for Confusion. I don't think Bubble Beam will one-shot. I don't even know if it'll two-shot. Okay, it will two-shot. Alright, this is fine. We trade a lot of health, but we get rid of the Crobat. Marowak. I'm probably slower still than you, but if I'm not, there's a one-shot. Alright, I kind of expected that was going to happen. Swap into Olympus. I'm going to go for some flinching because I don't think I one-shot you here. Alright, didn't expect the swap. Licky Licky. It's great to rock around all the time. It's Licky Licky. Wait, did I miss there? What happened? Whatever. Brick Break is still good. I mean, even with the berry, this is going to do some decent damage. You might flinch. I don't think you're going to one-shot me. No, my Claw! Or Fang. Fang. You scumbag. I don't quite get this swap, but whatever. You do you. And I'm back to Marowak. Unless I can one-shot the Marowak. Maybe I was one-shotting it. I'll go with guaranteed damage from Brick Break. Yeah, it's only half. This might kill me. Not quite. We'll go down with the ship, I think. Let's do Double Edge. I think this will kill from here, but I might die in the process. Wow, it didn't kill from there. Got bones, cool. Alright. Well done. Well done, you knocked out a few of my Pokemon. Alright. Fall down, because of course you do. That's Maxima. We are instead going to open the door. Pick up some strange creatures. And then we're going to run back again and heal. And you know what? I'm not going to even look up a team sheet. I'm probably going to need to work on this out of camera, so I'm going to let you know now. This is probably where our story ends for today. But let me try and put together a party that can deal with this. Let me try and put out someone that can set up maybe spikes or something. Which would mean I need to take your item off you because I'm going to be using you, Salt Flat. So I'll lead with Salt Flat. And you need the Eviolite because it's literally your purpose. Then, I'm pretty certain this is Fairy-type Pokemon. But maybe not exclusively Fairy. I do have one Poison-type Pokemon. I could put Venomoth in there. But Venomoth is not a very good Pokemon. Nor is, to be fair, Ariados. Nor is any of these Pokemon, but nor is Beedrill. I feel like it's not a great choice. I also feel like it's a pretty bad choice to not have any of my Rabombays in the squad, because Rabombays, they're good, right? Compared to my other bugs, they seem to be a cut above the rest. Let me put Glenn in. I know Glenn doesn't quite do as much damage, but he's super, super quick. Also has Moon Blast. Maybe we'll go with something like this. It's not quite... I mean, I don't know what the party is, as I said, but I feel like we could have come up with a better thing just on the fly. But we'll try this. And you never know. I might not get that first time, in which case I'm a genius. Beedrill is astonishingly in the party. More astonishingly in the party is Shelmet. And everyone else is right. Okay. And you know what, Beedrill? I'm sorry. You look like you're in miniature form right now. Let me just give you a little bit more mass. There you go. Very much more imposing now, my side thing. In case you're wondering, by the way, what this Pokemon is, it's not a complete troll. This thing's got some pretty good defensive stats with the Eviolite item. And more importantly, this thing learns all the spike moves. Also, it's Encore as well, so I could potentially, like, cause someone to get stalled in a certain move if I predict it. Like, I could predict that they're going to do something like a line Protect and stall the Protect with Encore, or, like, make them use it over and over again and waste their time. But I just want to set up Toxic Spikes, and then we'll go from there. So literally all I want right now. But I'm fully expected to lose here, because I think this is actually really hard, this battle. I distinctly run this on difficult being hard. I would run insane now. Wigglytuff lead. What can you do to Salt Flat, though? Swap, that's what I thought. You're too scared of the Salt Flat. You have a Victini. Excuse me? Your Honor, that's against the rules. Alright, well, that's going to be a problem. I don't think I'm living this. Even with the Eviolite, we're not living this. We got some spikes up. I want to quickly check something. Victini. How quick are you, Victini? You're pretty quick. You're pretty quick, honestly. Okay, well... I mean, in theory, if we can get a Bug-type move off, we could do some damage. Although it's Psychic Fire, right? There's no way Heracross is faster. It's literally a Bombay or nothing. I've also pretty certain that thing has, because I just looked at it, synchronized. Why do you have Victini? I think even if we do get synchronized, I think this is still the right play. We are quicker. Now, all my teams should be quicker than Victini. We're dead. Is that your unique move? I actually have no idea what the fuck blue flare is. The user attacks by engulfing the foe in severe, beautiful blue flame. It may leave a burn on the foe. It's 130 base power and 85 accurate. Cool. Glad you've hit 2 of these in a row. Alright, this is where Olympus, though, comes in and sweeps. Because you have a dark move. That being said, it might be more reasonable to use Pin Missile. Because I think a swap might come in here. Also, we might flinch you. Flinch, paralysis, 85 accurate. Surely one of these things works for me. 5 times, that's huge. Nice. Okay, we're going to kill 1 Pokemon. So we've seen 2 now. Wigglytuff and Victini. I know for a fact this will have Mega Altari because I've seen it on every other difficulty. And they won't change the race. They don't normally have Victini, though. I can tell you that for certain. Alright, the Wigglytuff is back. Get Poison, nerd. Am I faster than this thing? Is my next question. Yes. Has Fire Punch. Good to know. Oh my god. Wait, have you got like huge power or something? How did that one-shot me? What is this god? Alright, now it's time for the Beedrill. We might experience a swap here, is my prediction. Because I think this kills. Yeah, alright. Do you have a Steel-type Pokemon? Yep, you do. Who knows what you're going to hit me with here? It's going to be bad, though. That I can tell you for certain. Am I faster than Empoleon? I mean, we're going to lose. I kind of want to endeavor it, but I think I'm faster, so I need to endeavor next turn if I survive. Yeah, it's faster than me. It's going to kill me anyway. Yeah, Stab Wave, Crash. It might even have something like Choice Band. We'll see in a second. This is going to destroy me. Quick Claw. Oh, Quick Claw. I don't think it kills, but Quick Claw. If it Wave Crashes me, he might die here, though. Wow, the crit mattered, I think. Okay, we get to see another Pokemon. Wigglytuff is back. It's going to do a fire-type move. We know what its deal is. I have to go into Solar Flare here, because I'll literally explode. I might still explode, to be fair, but if anyone's going to live through an attack, it's Solar Flare. I told you, Solar Flare lives these. Am I quicker than Wigglytuff is the next question. I think the answer to that is yes. They swapped. Superior? Okay, hang on a minute. So you're saying there's a chance? Because this is going to do some pretty good damage. I think Superior will be faster than me. Oh, have you got Contrario or it's called? Wait. Did I lower your stat and increase your stat? Is that what happened? Man, I wish I had Protect or something to waste a turn. As I said, I'm pretty certain you're going to be quicker than me. Yeah, okay, so I'll die to this. If we get a Quick Claw proc twice in a row, we might get down to that last Pokemon, which would be crazy. With this ragtag bunch of Pokemon, especially considering my first Pokemon basically did nothing. The Toxic Spikes legitimately has not mattered this game. Alright, we just need a Quick Claw. I need another one versus Wigglytuff, because I think Wigglytuff is faster than me. Oh, there's 3 left, never mind. Well, there's Wigglytuff again. Another Quick Claw, and we're going further than I thought. Okay, we're dead. We're 4 times weak to this. Not a bad attempt, though. Considering they're going to surprise Victini against me. You know what? I might have one last go at that before I end. Alright, shut up. Battle difficulty. I'd like to see you do this, Nurse Joy. Scumbag. Okay, so I need to wait to get around that Victini. That's actually the big issue right now. I probably should use one of these guys, because they don't take that much damage from fire. I need one of you with the Dark-type move. It's you. Rainforest to get in the party. You're my answer to Victini. Not a great answer, but it's an answer nonetheless. This won't work, so don't worry about it. What might work, actually, is my opening lead. Is Chargeable. I don't know. Actually, the mental's a bit too hard for this. It really matters if it's speed related. Then this is pretty good. It would make your Wigglytuff really, really slow. You do seem to be, like, very insistent on swapping in and out Pokemon. Obviously, this was not working. Fuck, maybe I should go with something like this. You're here for Victini. What are you here for? Nothing. I won't worry about Superior because I should be able to kill it with one of my bugs. Famous last words. A random bug should be able to deal with that. Maybe put Vikavolt in. Vikavolt Quick Claw just to deal with the annoyance that is Empoleon. Could also try the Troll stats with, not Hurricane, with low pressure. You know what? Let's embrace the Troll. Now, I think Escavalier has earned his right for another attempt. He's done some good work. I still don't really have a great answer for Empoleon, if I'm going to be honest. Where's my other Quick Claw, by the way? Who's got the other one? Oh, it's you. That's fine, actually. I can live with that. And Rainforest is going to get hit by... I don't know. I don't know what Victini's going to do to it. I'll give you a jack of all trades. I'll just give you a Cerebi berry, whatever it's called. Not Cerebi. Cerebi? Citrus. I'll give you a citrus berry. You're very tanky anyway. Did I feed that to you? I think I did. There you go. Hold it. Don't eat it this time. And again, if I was going to be, like, really, really anal about this, I should definitely give you a burn before I start this battle. But it's just so tedious. Alright, I'll do it. I said I'd give it one final college try. I say I do all this. No, I've got my flyer. We're good. Because I have to go all the way back to the volcano. I have to go into the volcano. I have to walk in the volcano. I have to ideally use one of these so I don't get into a random battle. Where is it? One of these. Then I have to get a Magby. Magby will have Flame Body. Then I have to hit Magby with Flame Body and get Flame Body to trigger, which is not a guaranteed trigger. I also have to use a contact move to do this. Magby, please. Magby! There you go. Alright, didn't get it. Magby, please. I beg of you. Where are you? I could do what's his name as well. Slugma. But I don't think Slugma's got a 100% flame body chance. Please, I beg of you. Just one little burn. It's also wasting my PP to do this, which is kind of annoying. I can cleanse the PP, but not easily. So it's one of those items which I think theoretically is renewable because I can get it from raid battles, I believe, but it'd be so tedious to farm it up. So I'd rather not use ethers right now. It's fine. My burn, please, I beg of you. My kingdom for a burn. Soon I can get Flame Orb, and then I'll just use Flame Orb, go into a random battle, trigger, and then take it off him again. Please, I beg of you. It's 30% chance for this to happen. There you go. Alright. Give him a Super Potion. And we're ready to rock and roll. Yeah, Mega, fly back. We did all this, by the way, for him to get one-shot by someone, probably. Make sure your lead is right. Hey, I'm back. Alright. Will you swap out this time is my next question. I'm going to Sticky Web to lead. You are going to swap. Sticky Web, by the way, won't work on Altari, which I'm pretty certain is in that party, but it'll work on everyone else. I'm actually slightly concerned now that Superior has Contrary. I think I saw it, in which case it's going to give him a buff when he swaps in, which is pretty bad for me, honestly. But hey-ho. We know this move as well is not 100% accurate, so he might miss. I may also live through this. I'm very, very, very defensive. Do I live through this? 130 base power stab move from a legendary or a pseudo-legendary? No. Okay, that's pretty bad. So my only way of killing this is basically the way I did it before, which was to sacrifice Rabombe to put on a stun spell, because otherwise I won't outspeed it. Paralysis, please. A miss, please. 85 accurate, he's not missed one yet. Actually, you might be holding an item that increases your accuracy. I don't know what your stuff is yet. So, we will outspeed you now. It's time for the Heracross sweep. I think we go for flinches. I'm not convinced Night Slash will kill. If I knew Night Slash for certain... No, surely Night Slash kills from here. Super effective. It's Guts boosted. Fuck it, send it. And it's got a good chance of critting. We didn't crit. It's the one time this episode is not crit. And it's used Side Shock instead, which will kill me. Because otherwise they wouldn't have done that. Alright, well that's the battle over. Got it out of the way nice and quick. How with I guess it makes sense. Now that I say it. I just assumed you'd be slower than me with paralysis, but... Okay, this is actually why I brought Rainforest anyway, but... Can you kill me quickly? Thank you for showing me Altaria, just to confirm it is here. I'm gonna give you a soak, just for laughs and giggles. I mean, it's Dragon Dancing, which is scary, but... Have you considered getting soaked? Have you considered what happens then? I mean, I don't really have a play here. Alright, he's setting up to one-shot my entire party, but he was going to do it anyway. How did I not die to that? I think that's like Aerialate or Pixelate or something like that. Alright, joke's on you, I'm going to detect you. Wait, I'm quicker than you. No, I'm not quicker than you, am I? Wow, it predicted that I was going to use Detect and use Dragon Dance. This guy's crazy. I mean, it's over. Alright, he's actually throwing a little bit. He's giving me a chance. Hit Hypnosis. He knew I was going to miss the Hypnosis, I guess. How did you... you missed because of Lax Incense. That's quite funny. Alright, I don't know where I'm going on with this battle. It's not like he's going to kill the entirety of their party, but... If we're going to do it, we have to spam double team and get unbelievably lucky. Ninetales is your other Pokemon. Okay, we've seen everything now. Okay, that puts me on a timer. Well, kind of a timer. I can't put this thing to sleep because of Sleep Claws. Spam double team. Evasion max strats. Okay, he's setting up Super Reflect 5 million. That's fine, I'm setting up as well. 3 double teams. He hit the Blizzard. That's upsetting. We're dead, by the way. What a stupid end. By the way, Blizzard is 100% accuracy in snow. I don't know how that works into double team now. I think Evasion then loads it again. I think it was like a 40% chance to hit, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's guaranteed 100 even with the lower drops. Anyway, I think now that I've seen this, give me one last attempt, and this time I won't throw it. Well, I won't Giga Throw the start. I still think we do this. Then Blue Flare's coming in, so we'll go into Rainforest this time. So you'll eat the hit. I mean, treat how much this is going to do. It shouldn't be a lot. Yeah. Now I want to see if you swap. You stay in. How much is this going to do? Actually pretty good. Okay. So Victini doesn't like Araquanid. It's not going to happy matchup here. More importantly, it didn't just instantly swap into Empoleon, which is what I thought it was going to do. It might do it this time, though. Okay. This will be Empoleon. Alright. Color me surprise is Wigglytuff. This is important because Victini will get a speed drop as well when it comes back in again. Now, I don't know what the speed values are yet. It might not matter that much, but I suspect my Heracross is quicker than it now. And all I've seen from you is using Fire Punch, which is not going to be good in this situation. So I'm intrigued to see what you're going to do now. You have Thunder Punch as well. Cool. Okay. I lived, bitch. I mean, unless I crit here, we're not killing anyway. But it's kind of funny. Alright. I think even with the crit, I would have lived there. Sorry, I would have killed. Right. My theory now is that Heracross should be able to do some good work until Mega Altaria comes in which case it can't do any work whatsoever. The flip side is this might be a great opportunity for low pressure to actually start doing something. But I think we just get Heracross in and just hope Heracross does something. He's got to be faster. The question is, am I faster than Victini with a -1 speed? Because Victini's not that fast. I'm slightly alarmed at this, because this implies that you think Empoleon is quicker with a speed drop. How fast is Empoleon? Oh, he's got Defiant. Oh, quick check. How fast is Empoleon? I've got a horrible feeling Empoleon is quite fast. No, it's unbelievably slow. I take it back. Alright. This might one-shot then, no? Did I heal before this battle, by the way? Did I remove my burn? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. Why are you faster than me? Why did you go before me? Wait, it's got an ability or something that does this. It has Defiant. Oh, wait, is Wave Crash priority? It's not right. Yep, it's priority. Okay, that's the problem. I thought Wave Crash was just a lot of damage and recoil as a water move. That's going to be problematic. I guess this is why I've got Charger Bug though. But it means I can't ever outspeed this thing. So there's literally no point in sticky webbing it. We might as well go for Spark Paralysis. I assume I live this. I do. That's going to be a really annoying Pokemon to deal with then. That might be another Araquanid situation. Here's Victini, it's back. I doubt I'm quicker than Victini, but I don't have a safe swap anymore. So, you're going to try and mudshot this thing, but I think you're fucked. 85 accurate, by the way. It must have an ability, or not an ability. It must have a item that's raising that. There's no way I've got hit by an 85 accurate move 8 times in a row. Probability takes that shouldn't have happened. Maybe. Now that I think about it, is that true? Nah, probably not. I'm gonna play a risky game here. I think low pressure might kill from here. I'm not convinced it does, though. I think I fucked up, actually. I don't think this is going to kill from here. I should detect first, though. It wastes a PP at the very least. It also gives me a speed boost. That's all I'm doing this for, is the speed boost. I'm trying to get this guy set up slightly before Altaria comes in. Alright. Let's see. The crit may have mattered. We didn't see. It's really good for me, though. And only 3 Pokemon left for their team. I forgot Ninetales was one of them, though. Okay, my theory is this time that the Blizzard is guaranteed to hit because of Hail. I'm going to try to Hypnosis you and Signal Beam me down. You might just instantly swap here, which I'm also okay with. I'd rather you didn't, though. Confusion is what I need as well now. Oh, you instantly woke up! You swine! Alright, well, we need to stall out the Aurora Veil now, which is going to be pretty hard. So I'm going to try and put it back to sleep again. Alright, we get lucky. Confusion, please. Okay, we swapped this time. So Veil is still up. Yeah, this Altaria is going to kill me now. On the plus side, though, that thing's not immune to hail. You have Cotton Cloud. Oh, every time I hit you, I get slower? That's fine. I'm already, like, max speed, I think. My prediction is Dragon Dance is incoming, so I'm going to start double teaming. And hoping you just don't hit me. You might have a guaranteed to hit move, though, to be honest with you. But it's literally my only strat now. I can't put it to sleep anymore. I need to stall out some turns. It's going to be quicker than all my Pokemon. I need confusion. Actually, we should... Oh, no, we shouldn't detect here, because he's going to do the same thing, I think. Goodbye. Alright, well, I'll try and set up a situation where Glade could possibly kill this. I need to stun spore it. I might actually be slower than you, though, now. Fuck, we're dead. We lose. I can't let that thing Dragon Dance on me. Otherwise, we are just certainly going to lose. We have Quick Claw here. I don't think there's one-shots if I even hit the Quick Claw. And it has Earthquake! Okay. That Altaria is going to be a problem. How much does this do, just out of interest? Is it at least half? Wow. Okay. That's good to know. So if I hit Altaria, we can actually kill it with Glade in one. Okay. I can think of some shenanigans can pull. Again, we're all about Quick Claw right now. If we hit Quick Claws multiple times, maybe we can win this. I'm unbelievably slow, by the way. The Sticky Web won't matter. Yeah. You seeded me, you fool. I say you fool. If you have any way of stalling me, you could win this. You lived on one! The crit did matter before. We don't have a priority move, so... Quick Claw. You have Glare. Okay, so you're here to stall. It actually doesn't... Oh, it does matter. Never mind. I was going to say, if we don't get paralyzed, it doesn't change the needle that much for me. It does if I, like, miss every single Quick Claw hit. I guess this thing can't hit me. Alright, we killed another Pokemon, but it's... We'll die to Leech Seed now. Holy shit, they've only got one Pokemon left, and it's asleep. I hate it. I'm going to lose. Hail's going to kill me. Hail Leech Seed kills me. But this is 4 times weak to Steel type. I think if I don't get paralyzed here, and this thing doesn't wake up and kill me, I win. It stayed asleep. Do not be paralyzed. I think this will kill. Surely. Let's go! Yes, Glade! Holy moly, Glade! Legends will be told of this day. I can't believe I beat Maxima with this ragtag bunch of Pokemon. That's so good. That saves me so much time during the week. I don't have to EV train Pokemon. Oh my god. Truly amazing, you're right. That's crazy. Wait. Do I want Mega Ring? By the way, this doesn't matter. Mega Ring, Mega Bracelet, Mega Cuff, Mega Charm. We are a bug trainer, remember. I think a bug trainer is not about the Cuff lifestyle. I'm not sure they're about a bracelet lifestyle per se either. I feel like that is something you're going to lose during your bug hunting adventures. Mega Ring, again, maybe a bit too flashy for me, so I think a Mega Charm. I think that's about right for a bug trainer. That's the type of thing that Grandmama Bug Trainer passes down to their child for good luck. Give me the Mega Charm. Oh, it's a nice, lovely pink heart. Kind of looks like Love Disc, actually. Swallowing a marble. We'll take it. If only there was the mega bug catching net, we'd take that in a flash. Anyway, we can Mega Evolve Pokemon now if we can get the Mega Stones, which actually means I need to research where the Mega Stones are. Yeah, you give me Altarionite. Unfortunately, Altarionite, not a bug. Let's go. And more importantly, next episode, we have a rival battle. That's how we're going to start the next episode. Also, I can get to Tahara City now once I get through the rival battle. And that opens up so much of the game for me. It makes my life so much easier. So, huge. Insane progress today. You'll love to see it. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, why don't leave a like, comment, subscribe. Everything helps me out at YouTube, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.